What's good with you, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Thank you for stopping by for another Am I the Asshole music series. I thought I would just take time to say thank you to everybody who's watching the videos and thank you to everybody who's been sending in stories. Yes, we actually have user submitted stories. Today is not going to be a user submitted story. It's still a good one, but the next one, y'all sent some spicy stuff in. I can't wait to dive into those. Today, we still got a good one. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter she's a bad singer and won't let her be in a singing competition? Already, first impressions, I might say asshole, but again, when it comes to mothers, fathers, parents, y'all already think y'all kids are the best at what they do. I like realistic parents where they go, you know what? You might want to take up a sport. I know how it looks, but please hear me out. Also, this is a throwaway. Pause. Don't give us no throwaways. Make it the real deal. I don't like throwaways. That's it cheapens the experience, man. Make it the real deal. My daughter, blank, she gives us her name, but we're not gonna say it on this platform because that's not what we do. My daughter is going to junior high next year. And ever since she was little, she loved watching shows like American Idol, The Voice, etc., and dreams of being a famous singer. Don't we all? While I think it's all well and good to sing as a hobby, she is simply not good at music. First off, before we get any deeper into it, I personally don't like when people say, oh, that's nice as a hobby. You killing off the spirit, man. Just don't say good as a hobby. Like if that's what you want to do, start to outline what it means to be serious about it. Don't just nip it at the bud and say, oh, that's nice to do as a hobby. I got hit with that a lot. In fact, that was one of the reasons why I was always nervous to tell people, that's why I was always nervous to tell people I was a rapper. I used to always say, oh, I'm a sound engineer, because that felt more respectable. I should have stood on all 10 toes and be like, nah, I'm a rapper. My daughter has a rather high-pitched voice, kind of like a cartoon or young toddler, and when she sings, it sounds like nails on a chalkboard, and I'm certain she's tone deaf because she insists her voice is not high at all. Okay, I'm gonna take back some of the stuff I said. It sounds like you know your daughter might not be all that musically inclined. I know, that's awful as a mom to say, but it's true. We even hired a vocal coach before COVID, and the lady outright told me she felt guilty about taking my money because she simply has no musical talent, in her words. Damn. When the teacher tells you, and most of the time, them teachers, not all of them, but a good majority of them, I'm just gonna help out these rich folk, or I'm just gonna help out this person. I know they can't do it, but I need the money, because a lot of them are strapped for cash. So for this teacher to tell the mom, you know what, I can't take your money. Is she really that bad? She loves to sing at family events, and it always results in chuckles at best or insults at worst from younger kids. She's always kept her head up though and never let those comments get to her, which I admire a lot, but I wish she had more realistic adult plans by now. Hey, listen, first off, she's a junior in high school. Don't expect her to be fully grown with her decisions already. That's one. Two, the fact that she's able to muscle through comments like that at family events, no less, because if it's anything like my family, they gonna make you feel bad. Both sides. My dad's side will pretty much be straight up with you. I prefer that because on my mom's side, they all just give you the face like, listen, here's a good one. One of my cousins got married. Everybody on my mom's side of the family sings in some way, shape, or form. They might not be soloists, but they always pull out the hymnal and everybody is assigned a part. Tenor, alto, soprano, first tenor, all that. Everybody gets that. Fast forward to this wedding, my cousin hired somebody or just had a family friend on the in-law side to sing their vows. Bless their heart, they did well. Bless their heart. If you Black, you understand what I'm saying. I remember hearing a few bad notes. And then I heard a few more bad notes, and I felt my face shift. And I felt, let me fix this. And as I turned around and looked, all of my other cousins, aunt and uncles was just, so like I said, if this family is anything like my mom's side of the family, boy, those cuts is knives to the back of your neck. So if she can live through all those type of comments and all those type of chuckles and all that, she might be all right in this industry. Especially if she's bad, she better be tucked in and ready for that. My daughter's grades have been struggling for years, mostly D's, and we argue about it all the time. Her excuse is always, I don't need to learn this because I will be a famous singer. That's bad. You hate to see when that happens, because if you're not good, you better be good at something. You better have something up your sleeve. This obsession has become a legitimate problem because she shoots down anything unrelated to singing when it comes to thinking about college or a job, which she insists she will never need because she will one day become a famous singer. This type of delusion, unfortunately, is common. Most people think this life is not a job. It's the music business. Business is in there. So if you get into this thinking there's no work involved, there's work. It just so happens that we love to do this work, so it doesn't feel like work, and it's oftentimes not presented as work. But make no mistake, this is work. If you have an education to fall back on and it's in music and music-related industries, like my degree is in studio work, associates, but still a degree, you now know the lexicon within that space. And that's half the time what school is teaching you. It's just teaching you the lexicon, the language, for those who don't understand. It's always nice to have something to fall back on just in case this don't work. Or you could still do your music professionally and make your money elsewhere. I don't side with, I'm gonna be famous one day. Famous don't equal paid. Today, I told her she should look for a summer job, and she again refused. She said now that she's old enough, she wants to audition for a singing competition, undecided on which one. I know these shows. Most of them will have a poor singer audition only to mock them on TV. You're absolutely right about that, because one of my guilty pleasures is to watch failed audition tapes, mostly from old, because those are really good. They've kind of gotten out of doing the exploitative type of material, but I do happen to like watching failed competition singers. I'm not letting that happen to my daughter, and I told her I am no longer tolerating this obsession and that she needs to apply herself in other areas soon if she hopes to get any sort of career, because she simply is not a good singer. Good for you, Ma. Hey, listen, I again, like I said in the beginning, kudos to the realistic parents who can see their kids' talents and lack thereof and not let their dreams sway them, because maybe that dream is ill-placed. There actually might be a deeper issue here. Like there might be something she's missing, and she thinks this lane in music is gonna afford her that missing piece. She started bawling and called me an abusive mother. Ouch, that hurts. I feel like an ass now, and I'm not sure if I should have handled this differently. Am I the a-hole? Hey yo, since I got you here, if you have a wild story, janky promoters, studio drama, anything that made you question who was the real problem, I want to hear about it. I'm building this Am I the Asshole music story series off of real stories from people like you. The link is in the description. It's anonymous and it's safe. I don't need your name, I just need the truth. And while you're here, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the page so you don't miss the next one. All right, let's get back to the chaos. Long story short, no, you're not the a-hole. That's what I'm gonna say here. I think you're a realistic parent. I think you're a parent who knows what their child is capable of. And you even went so far as to get a vocal coach. That's more than a lot of parents will do, at least back when I was coming up. Nowadays, a lot of parents are looking at these as viable avenues, like you being a singer, you being a content creator. Like they're looking at it like, oh yeah, you could do that. And they're helping them out along the way, which is dope. I think it's cool. But at the same time, being realistic in that space is so pivotal, because if you're delusional like your kid is, both of y'all gonna have some hurt feelings, and you're gonna look like one of those pageant moms that just, no, my child is, your child sucks, and you need to just go ahead and live with that. But you already know. So no, you're not the asshole. Here's what I would do differently. Hey, let her go to the competition. Let her go to the show. She wants to be a famous singer, right? She's already used to chuckles and teasing from family members. Let her go on American Idol, America's Got Talent, whichever, The Voice. Let her go on these shows. She won't get on The Voice. The Voice, I feel like, is a little bit more strict about what they let in, because somebody at least gets a chair turn, or if they don't turn any chairs, they at least will be like, you know what, you can work on this, work on that, because I haven't heard a bad voice on The Voice. But American Idol, absolutely. Go back to American Idol of old. You will see some highly delusional people. And unfortunately, it sounds like your daughter is one of those delusional contestants. So I say let her do it. Let her crack her whole face. Give her a real quick crash course into what it means to be an adult. That everything that you want to achieve in life might not happen the way you see it. She might not be a famous singer. Gotta let that go. But She might be famous in something else music related. She might make content. She might be able to give classes. What they say, those who can't do, teach, and those who can't teach, teach Jim. Let her crack her face, and she might find that while she is passionate about music, it might be ill-placed. She might not need to be in that type of spotlight. Maybe she can manage somebody, but I encourage you to let her go on that show. God forbid she gets immortalized as one of those delusional singers. I hope that's not the case. But if she is, then you know that dream is probably going to crash out, or she just might double down. Either way, it'll do something to her that you will not be able to provide her a frame. Because right now, she ain't seeing no frame. But once you build out a frame and she sees what she's capable of doing inside that frame, then she'll understand how to operate outside of it. Right now, she's just operating outside of it because ain't no frame been built. I think you need to build a frame. So to answer your question, no, I don't think you're an asshole. I think your daughter is blissfully delusional and she needs to get her face cracked. That's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you have somebody in your life who is delusional and thinks they got what it takes? Let me know in the comments. Hey, hold up. Before you go, if you enjoyed this Am I the Asshole story, please make sure you click the playlist on the screen. The rest of the stories go just as hard, and some of them a little bit harder than this one. I'm trying to give you these stories weekly and possibly faster, but I need y'all to keep watching. So click the playlist on the screen and stay tapped in. And hey, if you have a wild music story, don't hold back. Go ahead and click the link in the description and submit your Am I the Asshole moment. It could be your story I'll break down next. Tap in with me. You know I tap back. Peace.
Everything meticulous.